to come back to God's laws. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the greatest people on the face of the earth. And they will always be the greatest people on the face of the earth. But we got to come back to God's laws to see that. Isaiah 1 and 3. We got to come back in God's laws to see that we're the greatest people on the face of the earth. My elderly man, if you got any questions about the Bible, we'd love to show you that the blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the greatest people on the face of the earth. Have you ever heard that? Say it again. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the greatest people on the face of the earth. You said what? How you doing? Okay, if you got a minute of time, just come over here and talk to us. We don't want no money, none. Just come talk to us for a minute, man. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
So the ox knows his owner. God comparing, you know what an ox is? An ox is like a bull or something like that. God is comparing the ox. Read.
And the ass his master's crib.
And the ass is a donkey. Read.
But Israel.
Who is Israel? When the last time you read the Bible? Oh, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Okay, this is Israel right here. You see this sign? Can you find yourself on this sign? What about right here?
No.
American black, West Indian black, Haitian, Puerto Rican. You don't see that in a familiar name? Okay, so what's your nationality? Who's your daddy? Was he a black man?
I'm black, yeah.
You're a black man, so you consider yourself American black?
No, I don't associate myself with
what America taught you?
No, God's prophecy. You know,
Why you say that? Okay, let me show you something. Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. You say you don't see yourself in God's prophecies?
No.
Okay, so do you know what happened to our people here in America?
Yeah.
What happened to us?
Slavery and everything else.
Everything else.
Hanging and everything.
All that. Okay, matter of fact, give me 32. I'm going to show you something. Deuteronomy chapter 28, 32. Since you said slavery happened to our people, we're going to read you something. Read. And this is God prophecy.
God said that these people come from Israel. We came from Africa.
Okay, I got you. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
What does that mean? When it said, God said your sons and your daughters will be given to somebody else, another nation of people. Where do you think that happened?
That's what we came from, is that they found us. I believe that though, but
come look at this sign real quick. It said our sons and our daughters will be given to another people. They're my auction blocks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So far, God prophecy is on point with our people. And you can relate to that.
Now, see, most of our people gave us to the white man.
Most of our people so you think that we Africans. You know God put a difference between us and Africans, right? You know God put a difference between us? Give me that in Exodus 11. God put a difference between us. Now, we the same skin color.
I am listening to you.
Right. Exactly. We the same skin color. That's why the white man will call us American black. Or he call us African American.
Yeah.
He wants us to believe that we African, but we not. Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel.
So against any of the children of Israel. We're talking about the children of Israel. This is what God talking about. Read.
Shall not a dog move his tongue.
God like to call the other nations outside of Hispanics, American blacks, dogs. He said if any dog move their tongue against the children of Israel, his people, read.
Against man or beast, that ye may know.
That you may know.
How that the Lord doth put a difference.
He put a difference
between the Egyptians.
Between the Egyptians. Who are the Egyptians?
Who enslaved God's people.
Exactly. So what race of people were they?
We wasn't from Egypt.
But I'm saying what race of people was
We from Africa though.
Okay, but what race of people was the Egyptians? Were they Africans? You call them Africans, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They all came from Africa.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm saying. That's what
Bottom line.
Africa is a big continent. It's a lot of black over there. Just because you say we came from Africa don't mean that we Africans. That's what I'm showing you. Read.
Doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Between the Egyptians
I
and Israel,
didn't know
the
that
difference.
though.
You see what I'm saying?
You under.
Exactly. And I'll show you another thing. Give me Joel. You know what I said, Officer
You
Joel?
just taught me something.
And that's
know
good.
that.
I'm glad you're listening. I'm glad you're listening. Joel, you know what I'm talking about? We're talking about I think it's 3 and 1. Start at 3 and 1. Because the Bible shows us that the Africans sold us into slavery. But since the Africans are black and we black, it might look like, okay, well, that's black people, so they own people. No, it wasn't black, so they own black. We ain't that dumb of a people.
No. See, Ireland was taught that black sold black.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But the world wants us to think that we so dumb like that. We such a low base people that we'll sell our
That time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah.
the captivity of Judah. We the slaves. We the slaves in America. We've been slaves for a long time. Why? Because of sin.
You ain't gotta tell me that.
Exactly.
You ain't gotta tell me that.
Exactly. But we don't get the reason why we slaves though, man. Read.
And Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations
He's gonna bring all nations. Read.
and bring them down into the valley of
He's
Jehoshaphat.
gonna bring all nations to the Middle East. Read.
And I will plead with them there for my people.
Guys, I'm going to plead for my land. Why? Because our land is over in Northeast Africa. But once they sold us, they parked that land. They put white people over there. They put Palestine, they put Arabians over there.
Stealing our diamonds and all of that.
Exactly. Read.
And they have cast lots for my people.
And they cast lots for my people. We just read that. Oxen blacks, they cast lots for my people.
Stop.
Yeah, you fine, sir. We know you don't mean no harm by it. Read.
And they have given a boy for a harlot.
They made us breeders. They made us harlots.
I
Read.
already know that, brother.
Exactly.
And so
That's what I'm saying. You say you know that.
Yeah.
You say you.
I know
You
what
said
they did to my people.
But listen, it's coming out the Bible. Remember you said you don't identify with God's prophecy. Remember, we're reading the Bible. You said I know that. You said I know that. You see that?
No.
You identifying with God's prophecy,
You
man.
was trying to show me.
Exactly, and I'm gonna show you. You part of that. Because you don't know. Because listen, we was in 400 years of slavery. 400 years of slavery. 400 years of slavery. Don't you think that they would destroy your brain and teach you, okay, well, you black or you this and you that? They ain't gonna teach you your true heritage. So when you say, oh, I don't identify with that, it's because they taught us to identify what they want us to identify with. Read.
and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
Read.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Old Tyre and Zidon, them two African nations. God said, what you got to do with me for you to tell my people, cast my people for lots, and make them boys, make them harlots, and make sold the girls for wine. Read.
And all the coast of Palestine,
All the coast of Palestine. Read.
will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return recompense upon your head,
We gonna see that. Read.
because ye have taken my silver and my gold.
They taking our, like you said, they took our silver and our gold.
Yeah.
Exactly. This come out the Bible.
No. See, this is what I was taught. King and Tut showed the white man how to turn money into currency. He taught them, and then he crossed them.
Okay, but we ain't get into that. We get into our history. We trying to show you that you descend from the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what we trying to show you. Read.
And have carried into your temples my goodly and pleasant things. The children also of Judah,
Listen. The children of Judah. The children of Judah. Read.
and the children of Jerusalem,
And the rest of our brothers. Read.
have ye sold unto the Grecians.
Who are the Greeks? Who are the Greeks?
Judah, Benjamin, Levi.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Who are the Greeks?
How do y'all know that we true Judah
Deuteronomy 28:15.
when our own people sold them?
I'm showing
We
you.
all black.
Remember,
You know,
God put a
we all
difference
black,
between.
though.
Remember, God put a difference between the African and Israel. Remember, we read that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we read this stuff. This talk about Africans selling us to white folks. Listen, we ain't that dumb of a people. We gotta stop thinking that we that dumb and low of a people that sell our own people like that. That was not us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you who did that. It wasn't. It wasn't our own people. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now you know about Moses. Right. It said now he's sending us down the wilderness, saying it should come to pass if we did not listen.
We too. Our judge ain't read lately. But Moses, he was black and he wasn't as dark as he was.
Moses black as you.
His wife was dark.
Moses black, just like you. Matter of fact, what color was Christ? What color was Jesus Christ?
I don't know if you're in there.
Revelation 1:14. We don't get back to that. Revelation 1:14. Because that's the thing. You're not identifying. Listen, the Bible is your history book, man. These people look just like you. That's why we can read about slavery in the Bible. That's why we can read about me going through those curses like that. These are you.
No, he said that we gonna go through that.
Exactly. And why?
Because
of sin. We love.
somebody crossed him.
No, if we cross, ain't no somebody. We cross them every day to this day.
Not as a people.
As a people. Look at our people. We don't care about God's laws. You think we care about getting drunk? Sleeping with woman to woman?
No. Do you think that I do what they do?
I don't know. Do you?
Drinking the my own business. You know what I'm saying?
And we can't mind our own business no more. Listen, it's time for us to build a nation. We can't mind our own business. They let them do them. We can't do that no more. That's why we come out here and we showing our people a better way. That lonesome that I'm gonna let them do them, I'm gonna do me. That's the reason why we got into slavery right now. Doing our own thing and letting our own brothers and sisters do their own thing. Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Now we revealing Christ. Revelations. This is the last book of the Bible. We're revealing Christ.
Okay.
His head and his hair were white like wool.
So it said his hair and his hairs was white like wool. Who got woolly hair?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.